Hello everyone, welcome to another STEM challenge. Today we are actually working with a very simple shape. We're going to be working with triangles. I'll give you an example. We're working with right triangles. Okay, and that's one of my samples, but we're going to do this out of plain paper first. So we need to make a whole bunch of right triangles, and it's really simple. If you take a plain piece of paper, okay, and I'm going to keep my dark background just so we can see on this white paper. And what we want to do is we want to fold it in half, okay, because we're really only going to be using half a sheet of paper today. Okay, you can save the other half. Well, actually, you might want to use it later on. Now, I'm just using plain white paper for this example, and what we need to do now is, and I'm actually using one of my squares here. That's not long enough. I need to use this. And what we need to do is draw a line, a diagonal, from one corner to the opposite corner. Okay, so we need to go across like this. And essentially what we're doing is we're cutting two triangles out of this rectangle that we've made. So there we have a right triangle. We have two right triangles. And then you want to take this and turn it, so either way it doesn't matter. So it looks like this, and we are going to actually cut the height. Whenever you measure a triangle, this is the height. It's a line that's 90 degrees to the base, right? And there's two ways you can do it. One way is to, there's a few ways actually. One way is to fold it over so that you get a line at the vertex, line the bottom up and do it right at the vertex. Okay, and then you cut that. That's one way. And there we have one. Now we need to turn it over and do the same thing again, where you have it sitting like this. And the other way is to get, you can use actually a square piece of paper to do it. So if I take my piece that I cut off, and I take the square edge, and if you line up the bottom with the edge of the paper, and you move it over until you get to the vertex, right? Then you draw a line down. It will be your line that you cut, and that's 90 degrees. Okay, that's a really simple way to do it. That's two cuts. Now we're going to make one more. So there we have our 90 degrees, but we're going to flip it around. Doesn't matter if you do it this way or this way. Either way is fine. And I'm actually going to use, I have a square that I use for many things, mostly building things. And I'm going to draw my line down. Okay, so there. And what you end up having is, you end up having 4 triangles of all proportionally different sizes. Okay, like that. And you can do a whole bunch of things with this. And what I've done is I've cut a whole bunch out of different color paper, because these actually, you know, they fit together in all kinds of different ways. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just give you an idea of what I mean. So it's a lot of fun if you take some of these. I'm going to take 2 colors. So I have yellow, I'm going to put at the bottom. And of course I have all my different sizes that I've cut out. I made 3 cuts with the yellow as well. I have 2 of each. And let's do red. I actually made 4 colors. So I have red. So you can make all kinds of designs with these, right? You can, so if you put a big one out first, let's say, right? Then maybe I can use another big one. And just maybe close it up like that, the edges. There's one different look. And then maybe I can take a yellow one. I think one actually fits, if I'm not mistaken. I can put one there. All right, I can take one of my red ones and put it there. And then I can take maybe another one of my red ones and go up top. Or actually, no, I'll go up top. Go like this, right? And then I can maybe take one of my yellow ones and go like this. All right, and then maybe I'll take one of the red ones and go like this. Okay, so you can make all kinds of really interesting designs. And you can leave spaces in between them. You can close them up. And if you work with just a bunch of different colors, I can even work a blue one in here now because I've cut some blue colors as well. Right, so you can make all kinds of different patterns and designs. And one really interesting one I saw, and when I first saw it, I wasn't sure how they did it because I thought they drew the triangles, but when I looked at it and asked, they said no, they actually they didn't draw them. They used these. So what they did is they did this. They made one. No, there's two there. So they took the next smallest one, right, which is that one, and they went like this, right. Then they took another color of the next smallest one, which I believe is this one. Yep. And then they went like that. Right, so then they actually cut smaller triangles out. Like they would have cut this one out, and they kept going and made it smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller till it all looked like it was actually coming right off the page. It was actually very cool. It looked like a really neat drawing. Okay, so you can do all kinds of fun things like that and make all different shapes, different designs, different patterns, and it'll last a long, long time. I've cut these out of only because I had it. I had some colored stock. It's a little harder, but you can use paper too. It works just as well. And I'm not sure what the exact name of this is, but as far as I understand, it's just called similar right triangles. That's what the activity is called. It's very, very easy to do. Good for all ages. You just might need a little help cutting the right triangles out. Okay, so please share what designs you make, what you come up with. It would be great to see what everybody does. And that's it for today, and we will see you next time.